first class. So I'm thinking I got the little sticker, which I usually got my little sticker. That usually, that's my bad. I wasn't even thinking because it never happened, or I never had an incident of even any of my bags even being late. So I wasn't even thinking that could happen. I know. Big mistake. Big, huge, big mistake. And so just imagine you land somewhere and you don't have even underwear. Because, of course, I threw that underwear out that was hanging. I'm not putting it on my body. I know somebody done touched all the stuff in this bag. So it was so disheartening, you guys. It really was. I'm not over it. Okay, that's the biggest thing. One, I'm not over it. Why would you be over? Why would you be over something like that? The devastation of landing somewhere and you don't even have a toothbrush. Some thieves have stole your toothbrush, your everything, your underwear. You can't even put the ones on that were saved because now you know somebody done touched it and stuff. It was just really shocking. Okay, is the best word. It was really shocking. So the first 2 to 3 months was complaining to the airport. I'm not going to put them on blast because I know how the internet goes. And, and I appreciate the internet and I appreciate you guys. Y'all will have my back because I know you would. And y'all would probably end up blowing them up. And we don't want to do that. And I'll tell you why. They didn't give me the worth of everything because I pretty much remembered everything. And you know how that is. If you got 2 big suitcases full of stuff, you're not going to remember everything. But I remember pretty much everything. And I added it up. It was a good $45,000 worth of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had 3 of my high quality wigs. Now, y'all know me sometimes because it's just me. Oh, that was cute. I like those. I'll put on whatever kind of wig sometimes throughout the day because, I don't care. I'm still a country girl. But obviously when I'm working, that's going to be the high quality ones. My high quality wigs are from like $1,000 to maybe $1,500. The ones I've used for the show, I bought them myself for the Black Hamptons. And if you're anybody in here, you guys please co-sign. But if you get a quality wig and you color it and you have them color it, that's an extra $300 up top. So yeah, the high quality, I had 2 high quality wigs. I had another wig in there. So even off top, it was a good $3,000 or more that was just gone from the wigs alone. Okay. All of my sneakers, as you know, I'm a gym rat. If y'all know me, I'm in the gym all the time. So that's what they took out the bag that they have took. I personally believe somebody must have been coming, or somebody was getting ready to catch them or something like that. Because why would you take the one bag and half take the other? Anyway, so in the one bag that they have took, that's where I had like my Nike, my good Nikes, the sneakers, the Nike outfits. And if you shop at Nike, y'all know a Nike outfit alone, if you buy leggings, the top, and the sneakers, that's a good $700 right there. And I had at least 4 of them. And then the other bag they took completely. And it really did sadden me because, again, my mission has been to help my community. And the community stole as soon as I got here. So the first 3 months were just really like speaking with the airline, letting them know I'm not doing the lost damage waivers. We don't do lost damage waivers. Not when we know we have high quality stuff in our bags. No, we do not. Because there's a cap. it's what is it, $3,000 cap when you do the loss damage waiver. Like I said, my wigs alone was $3,000. So now we can't do that. So completely complaining, letting them know you guys are crazy. I'm not going to do that. If you guys continue, I will sue. I had to go there. Because this is not cool. And how even it's always a possibility of things like this. And I'm like, I got air tags and everything now, child. I don't, if it's a short trip, I'm going to just take two outfits and it's all going on the bag. It's going on the plane with me. I'm carry-on only for short trips. And if it's that emergency, I'm going to either FedEx it or buy it when I get there. Because we don't even, I think I've only had a luggage that I checked once since that happened. And I was nervous the whole time, but I didn't have the good stuff was on the plane with me, because we just weren't going to allow that. So speaking with the airline and stuff, so they finally had somebody call me and say, hi, we'd like to discuss this with you and your lost stuff and get a price and all that. So yeah, because you just have to be tenacious and let them know that you're not going to stand for it. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, I'm not going to stand for this. It's a cute little girl trying to get in the pool and she's seeing how cold it is. So she's like, yeah, no. Oh, so I'll show you. It's beautiful up here, even though the sun is going down. So take a look. With the pool and everything. I'm just chilling. Yeah, so I let them know, like, no. And so when I was talking to the people at the airline and somebody from corporate called me, they still didn't give me back all my stuff. But like I said, whatever they gave me, y'all, if you're starting with zero, every dollar is going to a toothbrush, a hair dryer. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm using the money to live because they took it all. So I had to kind of start back over. And I'm a very smart person. I came here with lots at that time of cash that I saved from work. So it was just having to have nada and having to really rebuild. It's taking me time to now. Again, I will never be over it, but let it go enough to start to try to have meetings again about what the want was. So I've kind of revamped my want for what I want to do in the city. I think it would be amazing to have this city return to what it was when there was so much creativity in the town, and we did hustle and flow, and it was a buzz about entertainment in the city again. And I pay attention because I've been in the business a long time, and just the amount of jobs it brought to the city, the hope it brought back to the city, the excitement about the city being a part of something special. And so I think my want now, my want now is to create something in the city. And I've written 2 things that I would love to have shoot in the city. So I'm at a space now where the next steps that you'll see me doing a lot more crowdfunding. I love doing my lives with you guys. That's so cool. I don't know if y'all heard that. Doing a lot more crowdfunding the goal is to do something that maybe you guys don't know. So, and we'll wrap this live up. And again, I'll probably just come back tomorrow, but maybe at an earlier time or maybe inside. But the goal is to be like Terry J. Vaughn. So my friend Terry J. Vaughn. And if you haven't, you guys, support Terry J. Vaughn. If you know Terry J. Vaughn, the actress, she has a show on Netflix, Miss Governor. Have you guys seen it? And if you haven't, just turn the TV on and to go to Netflix if you have Netflix or your phone, and go to Netflix and just let Miss Governor roll 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 episodes and support that young black woman so that other young black women like myself can get their show on there. But what she did was very smart. And I'll tell you guys, if you are a filmmaker and you're seeing me do this, and people are saying you've seen it, okay, it's funny. It's a good show. Thank you guys. I'm happy to see her support. But here's the fun fact, y'all. So how she got Tyler's attention for that show is she got her friends and crowdfunding and got money to do a teaser trailer. Basically shot for 2 days, raised, I believe it's $40K. I could be wrong. And did a 2-day teaser trailer, got actors, and let people see, and did a pilot presentation of what that show could be, but in the really good form of actually doing scenes and things like that. Great idea, great motto. Took that pilot presentation to Tyler Perry, and then Tyler Perry purchased it. And now she has a show on Netflix. And not only does she have a show on Netflix, she has a show that she and her writing partner, I apologize, I don't know her name. They're like they're VPs, you know. So yes, it's considered an executive produced by Tyler Perry production show because clearly, you know, he purchased it, got the money to see it through and all these other things. But she's considered a showrunner, a show creator. And that's amazing. And that's exactly what I want to do. So I want to crowdfund and get the money to do pilot presentations for one project. And if I have enough money left from the crowdfund, I'll do 2 pilot presentations. So I have 2 chances of presenting something. Because I have some ideas, but I just can't obviously say them. We know how that goes. But I've been told by heads of studios that they're good. So I feel confident in what I've created. And I've actually even been told by Craig Brewer that they're good. So that's what I'm going to do. But, you know, I have always been a proud Memphian. If you follow me on Instagram, by the way, follow me on Instagram. We're trying to get to 500K on Instagram. And follow me here on TikTok. This is my only page. And you'll see in the next few days that I'll be putting a lot of links in the bio about crowdfunding, crowdsourcing for my company. My company is Nora Made Me Productions. Nora Made Me LLC. That's my production name. Nora is my mother's name. God rest her soul. And I did that in honor of her. So you're going to see a lot more crowdfunding from me. A lot of the lives, I'll put a lot more information in my bio. You know, I've been in touch with a few actors and things like that. You know, if you like me to do some one-on-one training with a lot of the actors, you know, it'll be a paid resource, won't be free. My time is valuable and my resources are valuable. I was literally watching, I'm so off topic now, but it's a true story. I was literally watching Menace to Society yesterday on Bounce, I think it was on. It was on Bounce yesterday, Menace to Society. And I forgot, y'all, because I do help a lot of people and I don't ask for anything. So when Menace to Society was being casted, that was early, so early in my acting journey. And I had an audition, and I don't remember the name of the part. So I was like, I don't think I'm right for this. And when I first moved to LA, well, first time I visited LA for a long time, I'll say that. First time I visited LA for a long time, I stayed at my friend Brian Baldwin's friend's house because that's where he was staying. And I stayed at their house for the I had got this audition, and this girl was hanging with Brian. That was one of his besties in LA. She was so LA. She went in there, she got that job. So you're watching Menace to Society. There's always, excuse me, and I ain't even got no water. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I don't even know why that's happening. There's a girl that's like the homie in all of the scenes. All of the scenes. She's riding in the car. She's hanging out in a lot of the scenes. That was her. She had never acted before, but I knew she could get that job. She is so funny and perfect. And I told her to go to the audition, and she got that. She got it. I knew it. I'm good at that. And if God rest her soul too. Lord, there's so many people who are passing away. Oh, Lord. But yeah, anyway. So that was a reason that she got the job. Because I gave her the information and she went in there as herself. And baby, she beat all the actors out. I'll be mad at people who beat actors out. I'm not that person. If it's meant to be for a person, sometimes it's just meant to be for a person, you know? And if that person is not you, I don't think you should take if it's not you, you shouldn't take offense to that. It is what it is. And you know, there'll be something else, and there'll be something better, or there'll be something more, or something unexpected, or something like that. Oh, it's starting to get so dark. I'm trying to move inside so I can wrap this up. But like I said, we'll probably just come back again tomorrow with more information and more things to let you guys know about and all of that stuff. But oh, you loved me and Scream too? Thank you. Any new projects, the stuff that I just talked about. I'm trying to be a showrunner. I'm trying to be in charge. It's past time for me to be in charge. And that doesn't happen unless I make that switch and put myself out there as a creator. And I believe wholeheartedly it's going to happen. I don't have any doubt about that. But you know, sometimes when life gives you lemons, you gotta mix the lemonade, and you know what I'm saying? You gotta mix the lemonade, you gotta regroup, you gotta get yourself back to a space that all the other stuff is not taken over, so that you can move forward. And when I tell y'all, I was like, I'm giving up. I'm not. I'm moving. I'm I'm moving back to New York. I'm moving somewhere. I can't do this. But my last my last hurrah will be these next couple of months of crowdfunding, crowdsourcing, and seeing if what I know is possible without having the weight of the fact that I had to kind of start over and get to certain places to get to the place I am now. Yeah. So, and you guys know the industry has been crazy. The sun is going down. But you guys know that, like, and the industry has been a hot mess. We went from a strike that was just wrapped last year around October. Then in California in January was the wildfires and everything went dark again. It's just been so crazy. But I like I said, I'm gonna come back again tomorrow and we're gonna talk again and we're gonna get into a lot more. I want to talk about the Black Hamptons and what I want to do for us to see if that's a possibility and discuss my thoughts on that. I want to talk about the projects more and exactly what they are a little bit, because I can't tell you everything, y'all. And all of those things in this next one. But like I said, there'll be a lot more links in bio about that. And I don't know, maybe I'll just do one in something in regards to crowdsourcing in my company name. So support the company will be really my Elise Nora Made Me, which has been my production company. So just support that mission of the company and what I've already mapped them out. I just haven't shot anything. And just in terms of projects too, I have the project that won an award at Essence Festival at Essence Fest. So there's a film festival inside of Essence Fest for years. And my film called Wild Cards with me and Leon and Ari Spears. We won Best Narrative Film, meaning Best Script of that. So I'm never not working. And then a smaller project is I worked with Manny Haley again. He always does those True to the Games sequels for BET. And I did that like almost a month ago. Was back in LA shooting that. So I go back and forth when I can, but that was never, the intent was to be here, boots on the ground, that I know my city needs. Someone who has the experience, someone who knows the unions, someone who knows how to use the union credits and the city and state credits and not put the money in her pocket, but use it to do the projects. And like I said, that does nothing but bring more jobs to a city. And when people are talking about crime, which I hate to even talk about my city and crime, because relax, and obviously there is a uptake in crime all over the world, but it ain't like New York, or it ain't like, California crime rates is what I'm referring to. And I also get it too. Like when I was growing up, barely any crime in Memphis, but that was years ago. So I think the Memphians need to let that go. We're not years ago no more. Okay, we ain't years ago no more. We years in, and people are hurting and all that stuff. But I don't like to get too political, child. I don't. I just like to let things evolve, and I try to spread light and joy, and please drink your water and try to mind your business. I just try to live that type of life, But just to kind of recap, if you don't see me doing a lot of like clothing, I ain't got a lot of clothes. They're gone. If you don't see me doing a lot of those, which I love to do those, I'll do them when I can, or if I got something cute and new. That's why they're gone. Balmains I had gone. Gucci purses gone. And that's materialistic. I know I'm still here. You know, I know my talent is still here, and what I bring to the table is still here. But it's still a point. You understand that. You understand you've traveled the world, and I had a beautiful leather piece that I got in Amsterdam with my first musical when we had a stop in Amsterdam. I'm never getting that back. So, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. Ciao. Ugh. But, so now we're back in our like creative groove. And like I said, so support your girl on her journey to not just, I can't build a city, but build some cool things in the city. Build some projects in the city. Create more synergy for artists in the city. That is my goal, you know. Ghost Plus, I don't know what that was. Some about a play track. I missed that. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I wanted to get on here and say. But like I said, the sun is gone. And so I'll just, again, my goal is to come back again tomorrow. We'll talk further like Black Hamptons and where I think maybe we could be helpful on that and what's next in regards to that. But yeah, I guess I hope you guys have a beautiful Sunday night. I was going to get in the pool, but baby, the pool is cold. That weather is cold. We're not jumping in the pool right now. We're going to have to wait. What about New Jersey? I missed that. What was that about New Jersey? I missed it. Oh, I need some water. Woo! All right, I'm going to go. I need some water. I'll send you guys something for tomorrow. Bye.